I'm Adam C and welcome to the Chaser at Santa Pod for their Japanese show. I've just been filming the cars arriving, but I need to go in myself, so I'm going to do that and show you around what is here. Just need to pull out first. Hello! We want to get behind the Evo, number 666. It's doable, it's possible. Oh, the Evo let us in front, so we're behind a diesel 3 Series. So people sat down on the side asking for revolutions. What they need is a Revit t-shirt available at the link below, or hoodie, and then that's what they get, because that's what we did at the entrance. Should I do it? Should I do it? There's another Chaser, so I'm going through to the show and shine paddock, so maybe I need to wipe down the car because it's got bugs all over the windscreen and the front of it. So here we are, showing and shining, just neighbouring the Skyline section over there, which is where the crowd are, understandably. I can just turn it off. Oh, I need to put the handbrake down, and then it won't do turbo timer. There we go. Look, it's actually Skyline versus Evo, and this is what I've got to work with. I've got some auto finesse, and this is the auto glim show and shine section, but we're going to give it a go. I think douse it. I think dousing is required. I can hear some supercharging. It's only once you start spraying and wiping the wheels, especially white ones, that you realise how dirty they actually are. No going back now. But the car is all clean now. We're going to run away now, away from the music, over to the content over there, the Skyline section, the Evo section, and everything else. All the GT86s are just arriving too. So the car's looking beautiful, white, reading the worlds too. White on white is a bold spec, and I love it. So we have the strictly Skyline stands, so they're strict about the Skylines that they let. These aren't Skylines, but beyond the GTRs we have some R34 GTRs, 3 of them in Bayside blue. We've got white, midnight purple down the end. These are really coming out to play at recent Japanese shows. Of course, beyond the GTRs we have the collection of GTTs as well. Then you go to 33s and 32s further down. But over from the Skylines we have the Mitsubishi Evos, which everyone seems to love in white. That seems to be the most common colour today for the Evo. All the white ones are down the ends, as you can see. Carbon bonnets, quite a lot of carbon, not much white left, but he is white reading the world. This has been very well organised, with the white down to the grey, up to the blue, due to the black, then the red, the yellow and the silver at the end. Obviously the Skylines have done a similar thing, starting with 34 GTRs, then 34 GTTs, then the 33s, then the 32s at the end as well. It takes a lot of effort to do this, so kudos to the owners clubs for creating such an incredible visual for the Japanese show at Santa Pod. Take a look at this, a pair of Evos in Remus blue. Obviously the rest of the Evos, Mr. 2s are on display, their engines are on display. It's a V6. This one's displaying his spare wheel to show he's prepared for all situations. There's so many Mr. 2s here, dark green. There was a few coming in that looked incredible and sounded good too, but let's go back to the Evos, because we all love Evos, don't we? Look at that, red and yellow being the best colour, and then through to silver at the end of the Evo section. We've got a lovely shade of blue on this MR2. We've got colour flip on the one next door, got the Mark 1 in white, and then some stickers and skis on this one that seems to have done some rallying. Bit of driving around Europe. It's probably got a lot of miles. Let's see if we can see. I think it says 101,000. Maybe it's been around the clock a couple of times, because it looks like it's travelled. And the MR2 on the end, you'll notice it's got the relocated exhaust for the K24 turbo. Little screamer there, little clue for you. But whilst the crowd gather over the MR2 with over 600 horsepower, he's hoping to get into the 10s today down the strip. We've got more Evos. Look, it goes to grey after the silver Evos, and that concludes this Evo lineup. Obviously cars are still arriving, like the R32 GTR over there, and the yellow MX-5, which is the best colour and matches him. And rolling through we have a Toyota Chaser JZX100 in maroon, and apparently a Lexus section, as demonstrated by the Lexus on the end, and abused daily. Poor thing. What is on the Evo? Is it a parrot having a fly? It looks like a flying parrot. And don't let the fact that it's an MX-5 fool you. It's actually a Lamborghini. You can tell by the doors. Let's have a look inside. Let's see what's going on. Oh look, a bit of trim in chrome, and Batman's steering wheel and some ghouls on the doors as well, and a samurai sword for the gear shifter, and some sunglasses which are free, and a flamethrower, and a car mat from when I was a kid, and a skull, and a spoiler on the back too. Finished in satin blue with carbon around the exhaust tips too. We've got colour flip on the studs as well. You can tell it is built, not bought. Well, it was bought, it wasn't stolen, but it was also built. It was built and bought, should be the sticker. The MX-5 is in a section with a lot of Civics, including this bumper that I don't recognise. Looks like it's from the Max Power era, with vents that don't vent, and yellow seats. They're cool. We've got more beefy body kits on the MX-5. The Rocket Bunny 350Z, who has snapped his prop shafts. The drag bike is doing some noises, and this is a Mark 1.5 MX-5 because it's got the trailer on the back that it's an MX-5. And at Silverstone, I asked him to put an exhaust on, and there you go, a fake exhaust is now on the rear trailer. Well done! And there's another little Easter egg in the back of this MX-5, not that MX-5, but this one, the half of an MX-5. The batteries are powering something special in the boot. Of course, we have Mario Kart! So we've got the full set, so I've got the seats, watching the back of the rear of the MX-5, trying to win a race at Sansapod. This is fantastic. But welcome to the main bulk of the club stand section, with Supras, a Mighty Accord, and the Evos getting all of the attention. Even more Evos at the show. Some of the biggest canards on the corners, and one of the largest spoilers on the back. We have another recent trend in the car scene for this cartoon manga anime styled wrap that looks like it's been drawn on. A few cars have got this at the show today. There's a jazzy jazz to the rear. But look how popular it is today. So many cars just squeezed into this vast tarmac section. Never seen it before this busy. You've got the R34 four-door, Mark 5 Supras. Hyundais aren't Japanese, it's just a melted Honda badge. It looks like a Honda, but it's not. But due to the vastness of the show and all of the club stands like these squares and the GT86s, the BRZs, the GR86s, oh look, colour flip on the GT86. They've had to move the drifting to at the back. Let's see if we can spectate. The drifting area is actually a lot faster than it has been before. It's like a drift what you've rung. Because we're here to walk around the machines on display. This number plate spells has 50. I presume it's called Harry and he's 50 years old. This number plate spells pull me over please, officer. Look at them go! In the arrivals video, which I applaud you to check out if you haven't already, we saw this DC2 Type R arrive, and there's a reason the bonnet is open, and that reason is just down, where is it?
This side.
This side, there it is. It's the turbo. Oh no, it's broken again.
It's not broken.
It's broken. You're fixing it, so it's definitely broken.
No, it's upgrade.
So you're saying you're having to upgrade because you broke it, or it broke?
No.
Yeah. But we've just heard the unmistakable sound, and everyone else has, of the jet car. What's it called? Jet car. Jet car. So we're going to have a jet car go past. But, oh, Jungle Skog, what are you doing? How did you get out? Well, okay, he's meant to be at home, but this is a Subaru hearse. Right, let's see if we can capture the... What are you doing there? Get off his bonnet! It's going to be a blink and you miss it kind of thing. Is it coming? Oh, here it comes. I swear it lifted up right. That was a 5.803. So after that bit of content, we're now within the Subarus. You can tell because there's Subarus everywhere, and probably plushy toys of Scooby-Doo because it sounds like Subaru, but it's got nothing to do with Subaru or their history. But Subaru owners put Scooby-Doos on their Subarus so that you can notice and recognize their Subaru over the rest of the Subarus in the sea of Subarus in the Subaru section. Another way to get attention is to modify and slam your P1. That's what he's done. That is incredible. Let's get some art. Let's see if we can get it. There we go. Got it. I love it when you see replicas of the car on the dashboard, although he's not got the carbon bonnet, but otherwise it's colour flip, Nissan Juke, RS. RS. This is the Duke RS Nismo section, which is, oh, yellow, best colour, which is just by a Mark 1 MX-5 section. Oh yes, more evidence of the recent trend of whatever. I need a name for this. What is this called? It's like a Japanese anime type thing. Oh, hairdresser. Funnily enough, this is the second lifted Mark II MX-5 at this show. Need to find the first one. It was in the arrivals video, and we swiftly move on to the Celicas. There are various generations of the Celica in various iterations, including the beefy body kit on this example. Further down, the white Stormtrooper, the casual liveried rally car GT4, another GT4 up front, and the first gen Celica right at the top. Another shot of that off-roading MX-5. That's crazy. But beyond the Celicas, we have the 300 ZXs. This one's got 4-figure horsepower levels. Apparently, we've got purple, we've got black, and we've got some pretty artwork on the back of the red example too. And I have finally bought a Toyota keyring for my Chaser. All of my cars have relevant keyrings on them for the relevant manufacturer, and now I've got one for the Chaser, so I can put it on the keys now. There we go. That's not Japanese. But we're back in the show and shine section with the copyrighted music that we'll try and avoid with this Mazda RX-7 FC convertible. Love the look of this, and an immaculate Toyota Starlet. Twin Webbers on display, beautiful interior in beige. This Skyline's called Nathan. Oh, cars believing. R34 GTR. Oh no, they're all leaving. All the Bayside blue ones. They're off. There they go. Ooh. But I've got to admit something. I've never been that great at identifying Evo 8s and 9s. So this is an Evo 8. That is an Evo 9. It's got those little round bits down the bottom, like all of the other 9s, whereas the 8 doesn't. So from the front, you can kind of tell. I might have got this wrong. Round the rear, however, it's difficult to tell. You could say the bumpers are slightly different, but then that's a 9 and it has a more similar bumper to the 8 than that one does. So, Mitsubishi, why have you done this? It's difficult for me. So the front's the easiest place to tell. You've got the 8 with the emblem on the panel, and the 9 with the emblem on the grille, and the 9's got those kind of oval shapes down the bottom, whereas the 8 doesn't. From the back, I don't know. But we're back at the drifting. Everyone that's passenger in a drift car gets out their phone and films the whole thing. You do enjoy it. I mean, I know this because I film everything, so I don't really see what I'm looking at. Put the phone down and just enjoy the experience. She has now put her phone down, and now she's actually smiling rather than focusing on capturing content. Right, let's see this as another exhibit. So E46, and she's on her phone. Just enjoy it. Love life. Stop filming. This is advice from the master. My drink now. Oh, I hear boosting. Come on, do some more. Read the t-shirt. The Civic wants to go. Trying to flame it. These two R33s always ride together. They do everything together. Who's that? It was the Subaru. They arrived at the show like this. They're still driving through the show like this. They sound good together. They look good together. Always together. How's this for a trio? You got the Evo, the R34 GTR Supra up front. 3 legends departing the show. I need to go to the exit very soon to capture all of the departures of the Japanese show at Santa Pod. Not too shabby with a S14 passing by. And the golden R33 passes by as well. And next, midnight purple R33 GTR. I need to head to the exit, film the cars leaving. That will, of course, be in a separate video. So we shall capture the trio leave, then we shall leave ourselves. hit that bell when you subscribe to be notified for the Cars Leaving videos here at the Japanese show at Santa Pod. So I hope you enjoyed the walk around of the vast venue and the many Mitsubishi Evos, Skylines and Chasers and whatnot on display. So follow me on all my social channels for the updates, highlights and features from all these shows I go to and more. But for now, thanks for watching.